Well, hello there, folks. Welcome back to the summertime lab here at Chef Birdland Ranch. All right, so here we have another lantern project. This is another Monarch. You've seen, if you remember the channel, you've seen it probably quite a few Monarch videos, and they're very numerous. And these were made, an hour and a half from here, so that's why they're numerous around here. But anyway, this is a reverse fount or backwards fount, whatever you want to call it. So, you see here, you're looking at the front with the filler cap. Now, let's go ahead and put the globe up. Oh. Uh-oh. It's over here. Yes. This was not a mistake. It was some kind of design improvement or unimprovement or deprovement. I don't know. But apparently it's, rarer than the very numerous Monarchs that are out there. This got no unmarked globe, but I certainly will have a nice marked globe to throw in there. Oh, this one looks segmented. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's out of a pulse or something, or I don't know, but I can see that. It looks pretty cool. I bet you it look really cool cleaned up. I think by the end of the video, we'll have cleaned that up just to look at it, because I'm going to put a DIETZ globe in here. If this makes it that far. You never know what's going to pop up here, but this thing looks like it's in great shape. I don't see any reason why this isn't going to be very nice. I haven't tried opening anything caps or any burners or anything like that, so knock on wood, that's all going to be good. So let's dig into this baby, get it cleaned up. All right. Okay, yeah. So we'll start by getting that globe out of there, and you can tell how long that globe's been sitting in there by all the scuffy marks from around the globe guard. Okay. So, let's see. How is the lift working? Okay. All right, it works fine. And we'll get that off of there after I get this stuff out of here. All right, so it's gonna open. No, it's not. So, let's get some oil up in there and let it do its gravitational work. Don't you like my little oil can? Yeah. Okay, yeah, Crow is very cool about like getting into them and traveling uphill to get into the threads. So hopefully that will do that. All right, so is this gonna come out? No, it's not. Okay, maybe we can get this off of here so we can work on that. Let's see if we can get it off. Yeah, excellent. All right. Remain patient, Brad. Remain patient. Holy shit. Wow, I've never had it come out that difficult. Okay, well, holy Jesus. All right. And the bail was really a big pain in my ass. Yeah, and I bent one of these things a little bit. It's pissing me off. Because, like, when I go to restore something and then I put a dent or a crack in something, it makes me unhappy. Okay, we are back to where we started on that. All right, so. All right, good. That's a good start. This came off. Remember, like I told you at the beginning of the video, you know, burner coming off, glow plate coming off. Yeah. All right. We'll throw that on the bench grinder when we get to it. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah. I might have to, because this is not seized. This is, I think that's being held in there by a seized burner. I might have to flip these up to get this out so I can access the burner. I'm doing this to take a look at things here, make sure I'm not missing anything before I do any of that. Yeah, it's clearly the burner. All right, so I'm gonna have to bend these up, get them out of the way, and put them back. It shouldn't affect them too much. It shouldn't like deform them or anything. Oh, these are not okay. Son of a gun. All right, these tabs are they're not continuous flaps. They are one-ended, so I can't bend them up. Son of a gun. Okay, well. All right, well, I'm going to have to find alternative ways to try and get some croil in there. Might have to go upside down. It would look like we have some kind of put together wick. So I'm going to take this wick out through the bottom. Okay, going through the bottom, and I'm going to see, what is it? What do we got here? I don't know. What is that? What is that? Yeah, okay, that's what it is. All right, so we got a wick. Oh, wow. Anything else in there? Yeah. Oh, I put that in the interesting wicks bin. You can see that was folded over here. And there's probably a pin somewhere. Maybe it's stuck in the burner. That's probably what they did. They tacked that right on there like that. And that's where they were at when this thing was decided to be retired. Huh. Interesting. Now, what to do? I'm contemplating throwing some croil in here and moving it around so I can get up in there from the bottom. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, probably should have left the wick kind of in there to kind of keep that from coming out. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll throw a hunk of wick down in there, kind of block it. Okay, so that's in the hole. It's in the hole. So let's waste a little croil in there. So I'm going to put a good little amount. Oh boy, that's like $5 worth of croil. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn this baby upside down, move it around. Good idea putting that wick back in there. All right, let's do it. Then I'll wait a little while. Whoa. That worked. That idea bloody worked. Nice. And the wick kept it from flying out the hole. All right, that's the third time I've done that from underneath bit. Okay, that'll be cleaned up nice. That'll clean up. Now we can take a look at the inside of the fount. Looks nice, all coated with croil. I don't see a problem with that. Croil's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think I'm going to go straight to the bench grinder and get this baby cleaned up. It's going to look great. I can see here by a couple little areas, so it's going to be nice. All right, let's do it. I'll be back. Okay, well, it's looking very nice. Very nice. Little more to this rust than I had anticipated, but it's really not going to make it the way it looks a whole lot different. I don't think. But this is going to be really nice. Nice and dark. This is going to oil up nice and dark. So, and I think I'm going to start with a junk bit, as I usually do. And I used up and thrown out a whole number of junk bits. Last couple lanterns, I was going nuts, going in here and fishing for one and rejecting each one. I'm going to use, there's a couple, and there's a little wheel to play with a little later, some junk wheels. There's a couple junk wheels. All right, and there's a new wheel when we need it, which will probably be later in this. There's a couple pointy bits. Those aren't until much later. Yeah, all right, let's see. All right, we'll start with this one. It's got a little bit of meat. Yeah, all right, so that's got, actually this has got a little wire wheel on it, so why don't I start with that? Use this up first. What the heck? folks, we are to the steel wooling phase. Yeah, look at me. Hey. And as usual, if you're hearing noises, funny looking, funny sounding, staticky kind of noises, and maybe people talking, I got my shortwave radio going in the back here. Some ham radio guys talking on 80 meters. It's Tim's birthday, Timtron, the famous A1H Yeller. Turned 76 today. Well, we're getting her all cleaned up, but this bell here has got a little bit more remaining color than I care to have on it. So, I'm gonna have to go at that because it's bugging me. See if I can get at it with a wire bit. I'm gonna hang this in here because we just oiled that damn thing. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing back on with any better ease than the last time. This was a pain in the butt getting this out of here. Okay, so here's the globe that's the globe that was in it. There is our replacement. I noticed that this does not have any lock knobs. Well, maybe sort of, barely. There's a little tiny something there. Yeah, I don't know if that's for a lock knob or not. But this is a 1928, so it's certainly in the era. This is kind of segmented, not super segmented. It just looked a lot more like that when it was really dirty. But I'll put this with the others. All right, let's see. There we go. Boom. So, here we go. Backwards Monarch. With some beautiful Monarch action as usual. But it's backwards. Alright, folks. I like this. I like this a lot, the way it is turned out. This is Syracuse, November of 28. Backwards Monarch. Alright, let's come on down and take a look. There we have it. It's very nice. Turned out real nice. Yep. All right, folks. Hey, that's gonna do it. This was fun. Looks like I've just got the flash that I'm running out of storage on my phone. I gotta end this right now. Hey, folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab. And as usual, don't you go change it.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.